Hello and welcome to the FIU Varsity Rocket League game. Tonight is the regular season week 5 matchup between FIU Varsity and WVU Lotus. I'm joined tonight by Santi. Say hello, Santi.
Hello, everyone.
Yep, and we're going to be covering tonight's FIU Varsity game. It's going to be FIU taking on West Virginia University Lotus. Big matchup to determine the final playoff seeding for tonight. FIU Varsity has been back and forth so far in tonight's stage, and Coco is looking to put them ahead once more. 4:30 left in the game, and they've already grabbed their first goal.
A quick goal, honestly.
Running off the restart again, and Emma and Hira are working the midfield. Duffy skies up, and Emma looks for a setup, but she's going to be met with Coco, who's tanking it back the other direction. Bumps it right over Hira as well, and that one's sailing right into the back of the net. Coco grabbing a quick second goal for FIU Varsity.
Coco looks like he's going to carry this time. Let's see if he can score more goals.
I mean, yeah. Starting off hot is this FIU Varsity Rocket League team, and WVU Lotus on the back foot early. Zernite met at the goal line by Hira, and her and Duffy are going to send the ball back the other direction. Coco catches on the defense, and the clearance is good. Drew God propelling that ball forward, and he's going to make a cross up over midfield. Bouncing back and forth, and Zernite's the one in the goal that makes the save. Sending it back up, and Duffy catches on the defensive end and makes a nice little touch to knock that ball off course. Meeting Drew God on the corner is Emma, but she is going to be denied once more. Hira sends it up to Duffy, and he's actually going to get a quick pass over to the left-hand side. Emma bounces past one, but Coco, great denial on the second.
Okay.
Emma dribbling at midfield, and Hira skies up, bounce off the backboard across to Duffy, but WVU stuffed at the goal line once more. It's a nice catch from Drew God, but nobody is going to be home to answer for West Virginia. FIU still keeping this the game scoreless for the Lotus.
Yeah, it looks like we are defending more.
Yeah, as hot as the FIU offense has started, they've kind of stalled a little bit here in the midpoint of the game. Hira still making attempts at it over midfield, and Zernite looking to go top left corner, but can't quite put it away. Duffy and Emma sending it back the other direction, but without boost, I don't know how much of a play they can really make on this. Zernite meets it in the middle, and it's a dangerous cross. How does FIU defend? Just off the mark. Emma can't quite nail the shot. Duffy skies up for another cross. Hira is close to it, but no cigar. WVU Lotus keeping the ball on the offensive side, but another denial from Coco is good. Skying up once again, and Drew God continues this defensive masterclass. Cross from Emma over to Duffy, and that shot goes top crossbar, and it's a nice slam dunk for Duffy. Look at that control, Duffy. Making it look easy.
Honestly. Not gonna lie. Let's see how we go with this kickoff.
FIU clinging to a slim 1-goal lead. Coco looks to put them back up 2, but without boost, doesn't really have an opportunity to send that one home. Drew God, again without boost in the corner, is just going to be out-muscled. Zernite across over midfield. How does Drew God catch? He won't. That is the answer here. She's taking it back the other direction, and Coco stuffs her for the moment. Zernite an attempt at a shot, but Emma beats him to the punch. She's running it up that left-hand side, and a nice single tap. Coco's denial is good. Clearance Now sending back the other direction, and a demo onto Emma leaves WVU with just 2 players. It's a
no.
opportunity for a slam, but Zernite just misses the mark. FIU still up 1 goal, and with sub 1 minute remaining, they've got themselves in firm control, running off that right-hand crossbar. Nothing available for the Lotus just quite yet. Coco meeting them up in the air, and Duffy is looking to tie this game back up at 2. Hira can't muscle past this FIU varsity defense, but that crossover midfield could have been dangerous.
This is defense there, honestly, but we got it covered.
100%. It was Coco and Zernite all over that possession, and Drugod again at midfield makes the stop necessary. Coco is going to be demoed, so FIU varsity playing a man down for the time being, but as time continues to tick, the danger zone starting to alleviate, the pressure valve being released. WVU needs a goal, and they need to not let this ball hit the ground, but they can't quite manage it. FIU varsity takes game number 1, 2-1.
2 more for the win.
Yep, great work from FIU varsity early on in that game, and welcome one and all to the FIU varsity stream tonight. It's Santi and I on the call, and we'll be getting into game number 2 shortly as FIU varsity looks to continue to hammer home this lead that they've built against West Virginia University Lotus. This is the last week of regular season before they'll be headed off to the playoffs. Playoffs will be next Tuesday and hopefully the Tuesday following, but we've got a full best of 5 on our hands before then, and FIU varsity is off to the races once more.
That's right, and what is score for Coco about to kick off?
Yeah, we don't even have a time to load in and catch our breath before Coco is already putting numbers on the board. Duffy didn't have the mustard to knock that one out of the danger zone, and WVU Lotus are once again starting this game on the back foot. Demo onto Hira, and she's going to be forced onto a respawn timer while FIU mount their offense once more. Coco using his boost sparingly, looking to get back in position. It's another demo onto Hira. That ball sails close to the goal line, but Coco still in control. Midfield cross will be read and denied by Zernite. That ball is high and dry. Plenty of danger for FIU varsity in this opportunity, but Zernite's just going to hit it with a solid clearance back the other way. Duffy gives him a shallow grave with that demo. But FIU varsity still that 1 goal lead. Coco doing work early to give them a nice little cushion. A cross over the middle. Drugod looking to set up Zernite, but both teams are going to suffer a demo, and that one could just be it. But WVU still fighting for an opportunity to tie this game up.
That's true.
Nice touch over the midfield from Drugod, and Duffy looks to be the one to set up a goal once more, but WVU still can't find an opening. Almost a minute and a half elapsed here in game 2, and the score still sits at 1-0. Emma knocking the ball up, but Drugod quick to shut it down, knocking it away from Hira as well. She will be short of the mark, but she'll give Drugod another demo for his trouble. Coco can't quite get the flip stop at midfield, and WVU looking to mount some sort of offense, but FIU is just keeping it on their side of the 50. Nothing that the Lotus can do.
We're just trying to attack more.
Suffocating offensive pressure from FIU varsity thus far, but WVU finally finding some openings, keeping the Panthers on their toes. You're going to give it a feint, and Emma's going to be the one that sends the ball towards FIU's goal, but with plenty of boost to play with, the Panthers are so in control. Coco, though, lobs one up, and Hira slams it home. West Virginia University tie the game up at 1 apiece. Coco giveth and Coco taketh away. Giving an easy one over to the WVU Lotus striker, and she will tie this game at 1.
It's going to be like most kind of dangerous kickoff, but we're good. We're good. Start night doing good.
Yep, keeping things in control is FIU, and Hira never saw it coming. Terribly demoed by Drew and Coco. She'll be looking to get some revenge as she sends it back the other direction. A nice bit of flip control, but FIU Varsity's defense once again swallows that play whole. Anacondas on this defense. And Duffy working the midfield. Hira, a nice little loop around from all of these Lotus players. Saw the little set strat. And FIU Varsity sent reeling now on the defense. Just under 2 minutes remain, and Duffy's going to deny Zernite's offensive advances. Hira attempts to bypass the Drew God defense, but will be denied on that second shot attempt. Snatches a corner boost, and FIU Varsity is now running it down this right-hand side. Coco's going to tank a demo, and Duffy, without boost, is not going to be able to out-wrestle Drew God for that possession. Nice air control from Zernite in this game at an even 1-1 stalemate. Coco bouncing around in front of his own goal, and he might have just cost FIU everything here in Game 2. Slamming one home is Hira again. Certainly shaping up here in game number 2 for the Lotus, and she'll give them their first lead of the series.
A little mistake there, but we can still manage to score one more goal.
100%. FIU Varsity has scored in faster ways, as Coco demonstrated at the beginning of this game, and Zernite wants to get that offense flowing instantly. Great save from Emma to deny that offensive pressure, and Emma's actually looking to take it coast to coast now. Nearly dribbles past Coco, but it's Hira the hat trick for West Virginia University. Looking beautiful on that counterplay. Zernite a half step behind from Hira, and he will pay dearly. FIU Varsity, that one goal they had earlier in this game, feeling so far away, but Drew God wants to get them back into the swing of things quickly.
Drew God so quickly, honestly. Nice start for the kickoff, and just for the pass, and then great pass for Coco.
FIU Varsity's team play shaping up in the late minute, but with Zernite down, they've got to face this defense in a 2-on-3, and they're just dribbling past this FIU defense, but Coco, a great save.
Great save, honestly.
Still danger for FIU Varsity, and Hira lobbing it right in front of the goal line, but FIU Varsity escape with their lives. Coco's going to be dribbled right past again, and this offense for WVU has been humming along thanks to the help of Hira. 30 seconds remain, and Emma's the one skying up for the Lotus. A crossover midfield, and danger will be denied from Duffy. 20 seconds remain, and FIU Varsity still in the deficit. Down to 15, and Zernite's boost might not be enough to give him the touch he's looking for. Drew God steals away that corner boost, but with just 10 seconds remaining, FIU Varsity needs to reverse fields and score to even have a chance at winning this game number 2. Hira denying that control. Drew God demoed. It's 1 second remaining. All WVU Lotus has to do is land this baby.
Yeah, we need to get the ball in the air. That's it.
Just a task too difficult for FIU Varsity. And WVU Lotus are tying us up at 1 apiece, keeping this game even heading into game number 3. And what a game number 2 for Hira. Nothing.
No, I mean,
3 goals, the hat trick on 5 shots.
Hat-trick, it was amazing. There was a lot of demos on this.
Yes, definitely something to
team,
note.
so yeah.
FIU Varsity did struggle a little bit managing those demos here in game number 2. West Virginia University changing their strategy up from game 1, where it felt like FIU's defense was the problem. Well, when you're fighting in a 2-on-3, lightens up that defensive intensity, and FIU Varsity now finally readying themselves for this game number 3.
Now we're ready for game number 3.
Got a lot of work to do to get themselves back into the swing of things, but starting at a fresh 5 minutes, fresh 0-0. We'll see if FIU Varsity Rocket League has the chops. Dribbling past one is Drew, but great denial by Duffy. Hira running out of boost, and Emma's going to be the one that gets this offense flowing for WVU, but Zernite's denial in front of the goal line, so solid. Coco's demo on to Emma gives her a taste of her own medicine. WVU working this 2-on-3 defense pretty nicely. And now they've got Emma back up and running. Zernite's going to give it a cross attempt. Duffy ties at the goal line, and Coco and Drew bumping into one another. Bit of anti-synergy from FIU Varsity here early. Drew skies up, but without boost. I feel like there's no bite to this bark. And Coco's going to be the one looking for a clearance. Still floating in front of this goal line. Emma lobs in across again, but Duffy's not going to have the hang time for it. A self-oop for Hira, and nearly makes FIU look foolish. Drew God dribbles past two, and this could be a coast-to-coast opportunity. Gorgeous stuff for Drew. Look at this work. Two players
Great
dodging
goal.
past and pirouetting his way to a single score. The lead now in the hands of FIU Varsity and WVU on the back foot early here in Game 3. Here's clearance. Keeps FIU out of the cookie jar for the moment. But without boost in this corner, Drew God's got to work with anything he can take.
Yeah.
Waiting for that boost to respawn, but it's taking so long for him to get himself back online. FIU Varsity with two members that have full boost, but that's one of them down. Zernite demoed out of the way by Hira. How does Coco work that aerial control? Doesn't quite have the gusto this time around, and it's going to be WVU knocking Zernite off track.
The bump. Zernite.
High off the backboard, Zernite's looking to float one down the middle, and Drew God nearly nails it, running it off the post, and Coco can't get the angle either. Drew God will be demoed.
Again with the demos.
Yeah, WVU definitely coming in with a concrete strategy, but that's Zernite and Drew. The 1-2 punch lands a haymaker on the Mountaineers. And that's a second goal scored before WVU can find themselves on the board here in Game 3.
Great pass, great shot.
Gorgeous stuff for FIU Varsity, and now the cushion of that lead is solidifying. Hira wins the 50 ball, and it's going to be Zernite looking to pass Duffy, and Will. Wrestling still in that corner, and Coco's going to be the one that lobs it over to him. Drew God attempt at a goal, and that one's going to go upper 90.
Yeah, this is what I would needed. More aggressive at the offense, more. Find, like, quick goals. We managed to get one.
Yep, Duffy out of boost, too. There's nothing he can do to defend against something like that. FIU studying under Pythagoras, clearing those angles and knocking in their third goal of Game 3. Drew God has seriously leveled up his offense coming into this one. And WVU Lotus still looking for a response. Coco's going to nail the clearance, and Zernite losing that 50 battle over midfield, causing some headaches. Now for the Panthers, Coco's going to miss that initial tap, but there's nobody home for the return. Zernite's going to catch the demo, and they're still fighting a 2-on-3 near shot attempt from Emma, but Zernite's save. Solid enough. Drew God lacking boost in front of the goal is going to tap that one up in the air, and Coco's feint is going to knock it just a bit off course, just enough for FIU Varsity to steady the course, right the ship, and give their defense a fighting chance. Drew God keeps it out of the goal again. The brick wall for FIU Varsity refusing to relent. Hira keeps the offense humming along, and Duffy, a shot attempt goes way too high.
There was a lot of pressure in defense, but we got their great wall, as you said, so they got it, and then right now we're just more focused on the offense.
Yep, trying to send it back the other direction, but that's another shot attempt denied. Coco, unbelievable in that goal line defense. The stand that FIU is making here with just a minute remaining. Beautiful signs for them heading into the late stage of this NACE Varsity Plus regular season. Zernite sending it forward, looking for a fourth shot, an attempt, but Coco doesn't have the boost to quite punch it home. Sailing over midfield, Drew God lobbying, but Nobody going to be ready here at 70 boost. She could make this one dangerous, but another denial in the goal. FIU Varsity's defense has stonewalled this Lotus attack, withering under this pressure. Zernite sending it forward in the field, but here a great denial. Duffy looking to make it a dunk, but again, just coming up short. The angles not quite right.
Yeah, it's only 10 seconds left.
Time ticking away. FIU Varsity hearing the victory song. 1 second. WV Lotus looking to just get this ball on the ground, putting them out of their misery. FIU Varsity wants to put a statement in, and that it will be. Drew Gott, hat trick here in Game 3, gives FIU Varsity a 4-0 lead.
What a hat trick, honestly. Great shot for Drew.
Just beautiful work from the FIU Varsity defenseman. Never really gets himself involved on the offensive end all that much, but like you said, that hat trick beautifully played in the later parts of that game. Maybe it looked like the small pause that FIU Varsity took between teams 2 and 3 kind of changed the momentum.
Yeah, we were more effective with the offense more. We were more aggressive. That's more like it. We should be like that always.
Well, if only it could be that easy.
True.
We should be like that always. That's a fantastic note. We'll go back to the drawing board. We'll get back to you. Game number 4, and FIU Varsity looking to close it out. WVU Lotus need a win to force Silver scrapes Game 5, and that's going to be a demo onto Drew and a score by Emma. She's getting the Lotus back in the swing of things early.
Game with the demos. Really kind of struggling all the time.
Yeah. This is the Achilles heel of the FIU Varsity Rocket League team. It's always been these demos throwing off their rotations and really subverting their expectations for this defense. And it's Coco again meeting the wrong end of an explosive. Sends a shot towards the goal, and Hira's denial will be good. Zernite, another shot attempt, and Hira's going to face a taste of her own medicine. Great save from FIU Varsity, and Drew Gott's going to keep it out of the goal again. Nice double touch. FIU Varsity not looking to forfeit a second goal on this offensive onslaught, and Hira and Emma are just looking to wrestle it through. Right on the goal line, and Coco makes the save necessary. Zernite's clearance sends it way back the other direction, and it's, whoa, coast to coast from the 954. Zernite sends that one home. And
what a save. What a shot. Crazy moment.
Yep, FIU Varsity from way downtown tied this game up at 1, and they want to go home early.
It looks like it.
Yep, dinner plans tonight. Had the game delayed to 8:15. You know, they got to make it home by supper. And Drew Gott looking to be the tip of the spear here on this offensive attack. But Hira is putting her foot down, stopping it in its tracks, sending it forward to Duffy. And FIU Varsity needs to mount this counter-attack once again. Near great shot from Emma across over midfield, and Duffy's denied by Coco in the goal once more. FIU Varsity's defense has made some incredible saves here in Game 4, and Zernite looks to put a second ball in the net. But impenetrable has been this WVU defense for most of the night, and Duffy's just going to let that one sail all the way home. Second goal scored, and WVU reclaim the lead here in Game 4.
There was no one, sadly.
Yep. Knocked twice, waited, but there was nobody home. And FIU Varsity find themselves on the receiving end of a long shot score. Now need another goal to tie us up. WV Lotus locking up on this defense. Hira will be the first point of contact on the reversal of field, but Coco meets her in the middle. Zernite taps it past one, and that's Coco skying up for another shot attempt at midfield, but everybody on FIU starved for boost on this defense. Drew Gott steals away that corner, and Hira takes a shot attempt, but will be denied by Coco on this initial shot. Another cross attempt, another shot towards the goal, but Zernite, heroic save once more. running it down this left-hand sideline, and he is going to go for a dunk, but will be denied by the Lotus. West Virginia University has looked crisp on this defense, and Hira denies Coco on the initial one. A double demo. Both teams fighting in twos. And Duffy's going to be the one sending it back the other direction. Zernite once again tanking a demo, and FIU Varsity's got a lot of pressure on their plates. But Coco's crossover midfield, a great directional change. Emma playing with fire along this right-hand sideline, and Zernite's going to be the one reversing field, sending it back the other direction. A demo onto Coco is good, and Drugod still fighting for possession. Zernite skying up a tap, but Coco will be demoed again, and Duffy looking to send it back the other direction. Coco has plenty of boost to work with, but how does he meet him in the middle? He's there, and the second touch, critically good for FIU Varsity. Zernite jump-starting the offense once again, and Hira looking to keep this ball away from the FIU carries, but Coco still on top of it. Drugod's corner wall pass, but another great touch from Coco. Drugod can't find the cross, and FIU Varsity being stonewalled again. West Virginia has locked up in this game 4.
That's true. Looks like a big change of strategy.
Drugod denied on the first. Zernite a second attempt, but nothing to be found again. Just over a minute remains in WVU. A single goal could just seal this game number 4. And that demo onto Coco is not going to help. Zernite can't muscle past these WVU defense, and Coco, a solid block on the first, a solid block on the second, and here a shot denied by Drew. Now looking to reverse field, sending it back the other direction, but Duffy meets them in the air. Drugod dribbles past him and can't quite find the angle for this FIU Varsity team to get things going, and Coco dribbling that ball in his head, making dangerous decisions late here in game 4. In time getting lower and lower. WVU, a single score will seal this game. Coco dribbles past one. That's going to be an open, empty net for the time being. Crossing over midfield, Drugod doesn't have boost to play with, and Zernite can't quite get the angle right. 5 seconds remain, and FIU Varsity need a desperate score here to keep this game from going to game number 5. Hira lobbing it up towards the FIU Varsity goal. They make a save. Can Drugod get the miracle score? Duffy's going to drop it in front of their own net. A crossover midfield, but it's denied again. Hira unrelenting in that defensive pressure, and West Virginia University are not going quietly into that good night. We've got a game number 5 on our hands, Santi, and what a game it's been back and forth.
Back and forth, honestly. Very, like, people are watching, I hope you're entertained, but actually we are game 5.
Yep, this one for all the marbles. I believe both of these teams are neck and neck in the NACE Varsity Plus round robin standings. They're both locked in for playoffs, but this could be a critical seeding game to figure out who has to play George Mason, which is definitely something you're looking to avoid if you're FIU Varsity. Definitely been their kryptonite thus far this season. Taking a second to talk it over is this FIU Varsity squad, but now finally all readying up. They had plenty of shots in that game. I believe Zernite leading the pack with 7. And my God, 7 shots, but only that single score for him.
Here is game 5.
Yep. 5 minutes separate us from a victor here tonight in the WVU Lotus FIU Varsity RL game. And Coco's going to be the one getting this offense going early. Skying up over midfield, and Zernite's looking to bump Emma off track. She's used all of her boost to this point. Drugod, a nice little flip, but can't get the opportunity to take a shot. Zernite's bumped off course, in WVU Lotus back in the swing of things. Coco dribbles past the first on the right sideline, and Emma might have gifted him a golden chance to score. She'll redirect that ball, and Duffy's going up over the middle of the field. Coco, great touch and denial. And Emma's going to run it down that right sideline. Dangerous over the middle, but Coco still with plenty of boost to operate with. FIU Varsity still playing with super hot fire. Coco's going to punch it right past. But Zernite, the safe pair of hands in that goal, the goalie for FIU Varsity in this situation, making wine out of water. Holy in his approach. And FIU Varsity still so boost starved on this defensive stronghold, and that's going to be the first goal scored. Hira going to steal away the first goal of game number 5 in WVU Lotus, taking a lead that they don't plan on relinquishing. Drugod and Duffy once again fighting over control in that back left corner.
Send with a shot.
FIU Varsity forced again on that defense. Coco again still wrestling for control, but FIU Varsity, after those early offensive masterclasses, have just been quiet in games 4 and 5. Looking to right the ship now is Coco and Drew. Everybody getting a touch on it, looking like hockey out here, but still nothing found for FIU Varsity, bouncing right past Coco, and he's going to need to take this one all the way the other direction. Taking the scenic route now, and FIU Varsity might have an opportunity to get this one. Duffy's going to bump it down, and Coco taking a shot attempt, and there it is! Tying the game!
Now it's 1-1.
100% necessary for FIU Varsity to show some signs of life. Duffy didn't have the boost, and Coco's going to dribble it right off his forehead. WVU Lotus, sensing a tied game, are going to look for something aggressive, maybe see a demo or two. Duffy's going to be the one kickstarting this defense, and there it is. Coco knocking another ball off course, but Drugod without boost, just unable to do a damn thing.
From Coco.
Yeah, great touch from Coco, keeping the ball out of harm's way, and Hira's going to give another lob attempt, but Drugod stuffs Duffy at the rim. Coco's wildly sending it back the other direction, and FIU Varsity is taking a reset. Everybody finding some boost, and Drugod could find an attempt to maybe center this ball, give Zernite an opportunity to score. Coco's looking for a cross, but without boost, he's just so out of his element. Drugod keeping this ball on the FIU side of the 50. And Zernite, a shot attempt, the shot denied. Emma all over this one. Coco, a crossover midfield. Zernite just off target, a little too strong on that first bump.
No, they bumped.
Yeah, FIU Varsity, a bit of anti-synergy, and it's going to need to be Coco, whose clearance is heaven sent. WVU Lotus, just under 2 minutes remain, and they've got control right now. They've got the momentum, but FIU Varsity is fighting tooth and nail, but that's Hira sending them to hell in a handbasket. West Virginia University takes the lead late here in game number 5.
Great goal, by the way.
Yeah, it's a solid shot. Far outside the 18. They don't come easy for WVU Lotus, but they certainly come clean. Drugod looking to get the offense jump started early, but again, FIU Varsity has just been too strong on a lot of these crossing plays, and that's a credit to West Virginia University's defense. Zernite is looking to get a long shot score here.
But they have their boost.
Yep. West Virginia is so good on these defensive stands, and Emma gonna go way up high, stealing away that corner boost, though. Zernite tanks a demo. FIU Varsity still fighting a man down. Emma controlling the ball at midfield with just 60 seconds remaining. A goal here might as well seal the coffin shut. FIU Varsity need a miracle to respond, and Duffy denying stuff in front of the goal. FIU Varsity strapped for boost, strapped for time. Like Varsity captain, senior Zernite, battle for Florida champion, lobs one up, and the rookie Coco sends a second one home. FIU Varsity unrelenting on this attack, and with just 33 seconds remaining, we've got ourselves a tie game here in game 5.
It's 2-2 now. Looks like maybe it's going to be overtime.
Anything could happen in these next 30 seconds, and FIU Varsity want to find themselves, at the very least, in an overtime, hopefully sealing this game in the regular 5. A cross attempt, but Coco can't make it there in time. Zernite taking a demo, and FIU Varsity now only 2 players. Drugod knocking that cross off course and delaying time for Zernite to get back. Zernite doesn't have boost, but does have a player back. Coco's going to knock that one off course, and FIU Varsity need to force it into.
And this is going to be overtime. The first overtime of
the night. Game number 5, sudden death. Next goal wins. FIU Varsity. They've been fighting tooth and nail to get back into this game, and they've got 3 players on the offensive side of this West Virginia University field. Skying up is Coco setting up a shot, but nobody is going to be home to receive it. Hero's going to let Zernite and Duffy wrestle it out, going up top crossbar, and Coco not going to risk it. Doesn't want to have a reversal fields goal. Guerra looking to seal her 2nd hat trick of the series, and Duffy wants to set her up over the middle of the field, but that's FIU Varsity. Maybe getting an opening, getting an inkling into this game. Coco's running down that right-hand side that doesn't have the boost to play with. Gonna bump someone off track, but doesn't quite have the timing, doesn't quite have the opening. Drugod keeping that ball on the offensive side of the field, but this is WVU finally mounting a comeback, but Zernite slams the door shut. That's a demo for Drew. Coco, can he get it past the final player? Emma!
Zernite.
Oh my god, there's so much offense going on, but FIU Varsity just doesn't have the chops to close it out. WVU missing on that initial touch. An opportunity, but FIU Varsity still nobody home on these plays. Drugod running down that left sideline, finally going to get some offense going again, but it's Hira reversing fields, and with plenty of boost to play with, she's going to take a shot on goal, denied by Zernite. FIU Varsity, everything could change in the blink of an eye, and that's going to be Zernite's prerogative here with over a minute and a half gone in this overtime. Drugod lobbing it up over the middle of the field, and Hira maintaining control, maintaining possession. Drew passes it to Coco, but no boost to play with. They can't get a shot off. Hira doesn't have any boost of her own, so it's going to be denied by Drugod, and he's going to try and reverse fields. Coco sees that the ball is in a dangerous position. Drugod gives him a touch, gives him a pass. Coco is going to cross that one into the middle of the field. A demo onto Duffy does not matter one bit. Zernite continuing to maintain control. It's a flip reset, a shot attempt, and Zernite score, sealing the game. It's 3-2. Hira, Duffy, and Emma leaving the match. It's heartbreak on the big screen for the Lotus. And FIU Varsity, with over 2 minutes down in that overtime, are going to clean the game up. It got messy. It got scrappy. But FIU Varsity gets it done in the end. They're spamming brutals and GGs in the chat. Heartbreaking way to lose for the Lotus. But a phenomenal game for FIU Varsity Rocket League. What a game. The crowd chants they want more, but unfortunately that's all we're going to have for them tonight. We'll be back in just a moment while we find you guys an interview with one of our Varsity Rocket League players. Man, what a way to end the regular season. We'll be right back.
That's true.
time pretty much. We were missing the ball, so we were making sure we would clean up like our hits and stuff like that.
Yeah. Thank you guys in chat for letting us know. We were just talking. Zernite is back and ready with us, and he's talking about the adjustments that they made in between games because, man, what a nail biter it was through and through. Talk to me about this WVU Lotus squad. I mean, you guys have played them before, and both games it felt like were pretty close.
Yeah, the first time we played them back in the regular season, I guess, or Swiss stage, I think we were just a way better team. We really dominated them. I think it was 4-0 both games or something. It was definitely a great performance from us. I guess this time around they were locked in. They looked way better individually. This time around, they looked really, especially Hera. Hera was locked.
Hera, the hero. She was incredible.
She was locked in. She wanted it more. That series, but talking about adjustments, we adjusted. Make sure we made the appropriate game plans, and we went into game 5 just making sure that we were cool, calm, and collected going to game 5.
Yeah, you guys had ice in your veins going into that overtime. I mean, the minutes just kept passing by and nobody was scoring. Every time both of you guys put up a brick wall in front of those goals. But talk to me about that final score, the emotion that goes through in that final score.
It was a huge sigh of relief because personally for me, and I think the rest of the team would agree, we played really bad. We didn't play to our standards. I think we were all individually not playing at our best. Especially to me, I would say that I feel like I was not playing my best. I guess I just wasn't comfortable with the setup today, as opposed to the other days, unfortunately. But at the very least, I was able to hit the game 5.
Yes.
That game 5 goal that obviously we won the series all.
Feels the aura. It was insane.
It was a great goal. It was one of our better goals. I think it might be the best goal I scored on the stream, to be honest.
Yeah, it might be. We got pretty good reactions too. Zanti and I were going crazy. It was great stuff from you guys.
I'm glad I was able to score that because I felt like the rest of the series I was just absolutely a traffic cone out there, useless.
I would say you're a bot, but apparently that means something different in this game.
Nowadays bots are really good.
The bots are too good, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad I was able to score that nice goal in game 5.
Yep, you guys got playoffs on the horizon coming up next week at 7 o'clock. Make sure you guys are tuning in. But what are you guys adjusting coming into the playoffs?
I think for us, we're going to be putting in more effort into playing the game. Me personally, I've been very no passion, let's say,
passionless
on the gameplay. Not getting too many hours, but I've definitely started to increase that. Getting my games and making sure that I'm ready for the game. It didn't show today, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm sure next week when we're actually locked into playoffs, I'll be fully locked in, and for the rest of the team as well. They've been putting in some more hours, and for sure, in my opinion, Angel, the hours showed he was playing very well.
He had some great.
I think the biggest adjustments for us going to playoffs would just be making sure that we're actually putting in the effort to, be at the best of our game.
100%. Yeah. Santi and I noticed tonight that you guys were taking so many demos in all of those games. It was again and again, but the way that you guys shaped up and delivered, most importantly, in that final moment, it's just everything that you can ask for from an FIU esports stream. Thank you so much for the interview, Carlos. Do you have anything you want to say to the people at home? You got so many adoring fans.
Thank you. Well, whoever tuned in to the stream, thank you. Hopefully you're here next week. I don't know if it's at 7 or 8:30. 8, I don't really know the schedule.
We'll keep you guys posted.
We'll figure it out. We'll keep you guys updated. Personal note, I guess. This might be my last interview. I don't know.
Yep.
I am graduating this semester, so I just want to say thank you guys for showing up. Whoever shows up, I know it's a sad face, and I'm going to miss the Rock League days here. But, on to better things, I guess, right?
Bigger and better things always for you, Carlos. We appreciate everybody who tunes in, and fantastic work today. We'll be back on Thursday for FIU Varsity Smash Academy. They've got their last round robin game as well. And make sure you're following and hitting the bell so you never miss another game, whether that's Rocket League, Valorant, or Smash Ultimate. Everything comes to you through the FIU Esports channel. As always, take care and pause up.